Shalom, brothers. This is Akal Ahmad, back with another lesson. First, before we get into it, just want to say Salakia for not having put any lessons on this particular channel for a minute. Mainly the reason is because we've been doing another YouTube channel. If you've seen it, is GMS Walk with Light, basically doing walking talks. And Lord willing, we'll be able to do more of those, as well as more lessons coming here on this channel. You know, there's just certain circumstances going on to which, you know, certain channels we can't load videos, we can't get out or whatever, get out walking. So, but you know, all that is whatever. Lord willing, we'll be able to keep this thing going. You know, outside of doing the work on the highways and the byways, just, you know, have extra to go along with that. But with all that said, I'm just going to get into the lesson today, and that is, you know, about doing the work is part of what I'm going to go into today. But the Lord has made us basically stewards of the gospel. All right, excuse me, stewards of His word. Now, you look at the word steward, which I'm going to go into a scripture where that word comes up. But the word steward means basically someone who's put in charge of a household, right, by someone higher up. Okay, is that not what we're in the position that we're in? All right, if you're a prophet of the Lord, if you're out there speaking on the highways and the byways, if you know you're Israelite, you're basically you're put in charge of the gospel. That's what Paul was, and that's what we are. All right, by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, here on the earth, on this side, before the destruction comes, before the kingdom comes, right? We're in charge of the mysteries of the Most High and His Son. All right, breaking down the mysteries of the Most High and His Son. Does not say in Amos, the 3rd chapter, that surely the Lord will do nothing except to revealeth His secrets unto His servants the prophets? What do we do with those secrets? We don't just keep them secret. We don't just keep them hid. All right, for ourselves. We got to reveal them to the elect. All right, and not all the elect are sealed yet. Okay, not all the elect are sealed. There's still more brothers out there, brothers, sisters, all right, out there, who still need to get this knowledge and get sealed before the kingdom comes, before the destruction comes, all right, before the Lord Yahushua makes a second coming, all right. And they're not going to get woken up just by the snap of fingers, all right. The Most High can wake them up however He wants, but it just so happens that He's going to wake them up by men, all right. And actually, before my first scripture, I'm going to get that in Romans, the 10th chapter, all right. He's going to wake up His elect by men. Okay? Let me read this. This is Romans 10, and let's start at 13. Start at 14. How then, or I'm sorry, 13. So lucky. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Now, obviously, that's only talking about the nation of Israel. If you go to Acts 2, verse 21, it explains that. Okay? Verse 14, how then shall they call on Him whom they have not, how then shall they call on Him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in Him of whom they have not heard? Alright, so like I said, the elect out there that is still waiting, you know, that are still going to need to be sealed, how can they believe on the Lord Yahushai, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Most High, and His Son, the prophecies, the kingdom, all right, the law, statutes, and commandments, the history? How are they going to believe anything that comes out of this Bible unless they have somebody to break it down for them? And it just can't be anybody. All right, it has to be someone who's elect, someone who's chosen to do that. And it's about to say that. It says here, and how shall they hear without a preacher? All right, that's somebody to teach us. That's how a lot of us came. That's how all of us came to this thing. All right, because we have our elders that are up in New York right now. And I don't care who you are, if you come in since 07, 08, I came in myself personally literally right at the final days of 07, or right at the beginning of 08, somewhere right around that time period. So you came in to 07 or late 06, whenever the elders started to come on YouTube. Since then, all the way up to this point, if you come in, chances are you've heard this from the elders. You've seen on YouTube a video of the elders preaching about the Bible, okay, and breaking down the Bible perfectly. All right, it says here, verse 15, and how shall they preach except how should they preach except they be sent? So it just can't be any old person out there preaching the Bible. All right. Case in point, you got plenty of people out there who call themselves Hebrew Israelites, who call themselves breaking down the Bible, who call themselves teaching, but they're not sent because they're not breaking down the Bible the right way. All right. You got plenty of false prophets and wolves out there in sheep's clothing. All right. Either they're just out there being deceivers, or they're out there for trying to get filthy lucre. All right. Out there for vanity. They're not out there in sincerity and truth. Some of them are out there preaching because of constraint. All right. They're not out there preaching in sincerity and truth, trying to save our people so we can get up out of here, out of this kingdom that we're in right now. All right. Because we got work to do. It says here, how beautiful are the feet, it says, as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. All right, and the only people that are going to bring the peace and the tidings of good things are coming to is the nation of Israel. Okay, but our people aren't going to know that if we don't go out there and teach them. That's why we go out there week in and week out to prophesy on the corners and on the chief places of concourse in whatever city the prophets live in. All right, whether it be one prophet or two, whether it be a whole camp. All right, it's not just here in America. It's down. You got camps down there in the islands. You got camps over in Europe, in the UK. All right, you got camps everywhere. All right, I've even heard of camps being in places, Switzerland or Amsterdam or something like that. You got camps. You got brothers everywhere. You got brothers up north in Canada. All right, so the camps are everywhere. And in Matthew 24, it says this gospel has to go out to all the four corners of the earth, and then the end comes. Okay, so the gospel can't go out to all four corners of the earth if there's not someone out there putting in work and pushing the gospel out to all four corners of the earth. Okay, so we've got work to do. Okay, now let's go to Luke 19 and 11. Okay, we just broke down how the people are going to hear the word, how they're going to hear the gospel. All right, it's got to be by men that are set up. Okay, Luke 19 and 11. It says, Luke 19, and I'm gonna start at 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of the Most High should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country, to receive for himself a kingdom and return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. What does it mean, occupy? Occupy means work. If I'm not mistaken, which this is what the Elder Gabar likes to go into a lot, that word occupy, I believe, is pragmaticos. All right, which means to be businesslike, meaning be occupied. All right, does it not say, going back to Sirach, the 39th chapter, that we're supposed to be occupied in prophecies? In fact, this is Sirach